Hey, what do you guys do right now when it comes to the arterial blood draw for your umbilicals or for your PALS, the peripheral arterial lines, right?
Right.
We use a closed system. Yeah.
Oh, you use a closed system? Well, HUMMI is a closed system too. But the biggest benefit of HUMMI is that we reduce the fluid movement back and forth between the brain and your waistline. So how do we do that?
Yeah.
We do it by accessing the fresh blood right at the hub of the catheter. Oh, how do you do that? Oh, this is the HUMMI T connector. That's how we do it.
Interesting.
So the way it works, once you place your umbilical line into the patient, you grab this T connector and you just connect it
To the hub.
to the hub. This allows us to access the hub and the fresh blood here and not have to move all this clearance volume out and back in to the patient.
Okay.
And by reducing this volume, we're reducing the movement up to 70% in most cases, which is basically protecting their brain and preventing IVH.
So how are you accessing the hub?
By the way, yeah, so this is basically a metal straw. It's a blunt tip cannula, and this is the device that you use with this T connector, and in the center of the T connector there's a spot that allows this straw to go in, and once you're in, you just push it all the way in. Now you're ready to draw your waste and your sample. They're labeled W for waste, S for sample, and you just attach a couple of syringes here, and because we're at the hub, it will allow me to draw only 0.5 cc's for waste, which will clear the line and some, because by the time you reach 0.3 it's already clear. So we do 0.5 to standardize it, and once you get 0.5 in here, you're ready to draw your samples, and you can draw as many as you need. Once you're done, you push that 0.5 back in, so your total volume movement is only 1 cc, as opposed to 4 to 6 or whatever you've been doing. That's almost like somebody drawing 200 cc's from your body and pushing it back in as fast as they can. It'll get you all dizzy and spinning and falling on the ground. The only difference is you're a grown adult, a preemie,
Right.
NICU baby. Their brain is not even developed, so that's causing IVH in that case. So that's basically it. Oh, by the way, you can use any syringes here, but if you use vented syringes, that further protects them by preventing vessel trauma. Oh, have you heard about the vented syringes? Do you know how they work?
No.
Okay, well, your regular aspirating syringe is made with this rubber plunger that you have to push and pull. That's causing the vessel to collapse, and you got all these forces, nurse A versus nurse B, might be utilizing different force that causes vessel trauma. If you use a vented syringe, which the plunger is made with this spongy material that allows the air to escape through it and allows the patient's cardiac output to push it out as opposed to you pulling it. And it fills and you're done. And I'll get you some material on how the vented syringes work, and then that's when you share that PDF. It describes in detail.
Okay.
And so you tell them, when it comes to the HUMMI, you have to have this to connect to the catheter hub, and you have to have this when it's time to draw.
Right.
Anything else is extra bonus.
What's that device?
Nice to have,
Mm-hmm.
not need to have,
Yeah.
depending on what you're trying to achieve with that patient care. That's it. And then tell them, hey, here's another nice to have. If you wanted to close the system completely, instead of using a stopcock, you use this dual port device. What that does, even though when you're drawing, your system is closed here completely when you're drawing.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you have a flush syringe on your stopcock here that you remove and put another syringe on? At that point with the stopcock, it's open to air. with this dual port device, these silicone lure activated locks, they actually stay locked the entire time. So when you put the syringe in, it unlocks. When you remove the syringe, it locks back. So it keeps that system closed by not exposing it to air ever. Also, you have your transducer line connected here. Do you change that line ever? Oh yeah, we change it every 48 hours. Okay, when you change the line, you're opening the stopcock to air. But if you use the dual port device, you're keeping it closed the entire time. Oh, but again, you don't have to have it. You can use your regular stopcock here. This is a nice to have, not a must have. As far as the HUMMI goes, all you need is this and this. That's it, nothing else. And does not change your workflow. If you put this T connector on and you decide you'll never draw from it, and you want to continue drawing over here, you can do that. You don't have to do anything here. This is just a piece that will allow us to use this to draw here to prevent those large volumes of
Fluid
clearance.
movement.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Very
You
good.
can share that video with him.